What's going on, VeVe gang? Welcome back to the channel, All Things Strange. It's your man, Dokta Strange, and it looks like we are back in action. So you know, I'm asking, are we stacking or slacking on? Looks like we're getting the first appearance of Spider-Boy. The end of the Spider-Verse is here. We're getting Spider-Man number 7, blind box format. You guys know the drill, so we got to hop in, see what this drop is all about, see how many editions, check out the covers. VeVe's been mixing it up a little bit lately, so I'm very intrigued to see what we're getting for this drop. We can see right here on the screen tons of positive sentiment from the community with 66 retweets, 24,000.5 likes. Gotta figure out we're gonna stack a slack on Spider-Man number 7. Okay guys, we're here on VeVe's blog site checking out Spider-Man number 7, and it says the first appearance of Spider-Boy. The end of the Spider-Verse is here. Friends became enemies, enemies became friends, and now all the Spider-Verse ends. Jessica Drew, gone. Peter Parker, gone. They are not the only ones erased from the sacred Sting knife. How can Silk and the rest of the spiders win this Spidey war? Okay, so this release features variant covers by Luciano Vecchio and Humberto Ramos. So we just got some of Mr. Ramos's work on our last drop, ASM 700. So if you're not familiar, get familiar. Man is a beast. So let us check out the drop details here. We got a release date of November 9th, 8 a.m. Pacific time, with a list price of $6.99, which I love. We're getting 5 cover variants as usual, and it's going to be 6,000 total editions on this one, man. So very interesting there. The first available edition for public sales, 166, and we're getting 3,600 commons, 1,350 uncommons, 600 rares, 300 ultra rares, and only 150 secret rares. And VeVe is going to be withholding 345 editions across all 5 rarities. So you know what we got to do now. We got to check out the covers, and let's start with the common. Let's dig into the artwork here. Man, she's splitting Spidey's suit in half. There's nobody in there, but definitely some dope artwork. Let me know down below what you guys think about the common. So let's check out the uncommon, see what we're getting. We're gonna get the common, but in black and white with a little color saturation on Spidey's outfit. And for an uncommon, I like this, honestly. You know, little bit of color on the Marvel at the bottom. I like it. I'm digging it. I wish we could have got, I mean, since we have VeVe exclusive artists, you know, I think this would have been a good opportunity for one of them to get one of their own original variants in digital format, because our next one here, our rare, is the actual Vecchio variant. Now this one I'm familiar with in real life. You know, when we hop on eBay, we're probably gonna see a little bit of this one here floating around. So that's why I say, like, instead of giving us the black and white, I still believe that there's an overarching purpose as far as customization regarding the black and white covers, but that remains to be announced or seen. So I think that's why they're still kind of jamming this format in. You know, when we're not getting a real life variant cover, we're getting one of these black and whites from the common, you know, so, or from the ultra rare, let's say. So I think that a Marvel artist should have gotten an opportunity to give us an exclusive non-physical version of a variant, you know what I mean? So here's the Vecchio that I know and love. Yeah, this is fire, man. This is an iconic cover, iconic book, iconic storyline, you know, and this is one I'm definitely going to be targeting in the aftermarket when this drop goes down. So let's check out our ultra rare, and yeah, here we go. This right here is what I got in the stash right here. And even this one, I've seen this one floating around in the markets and stuff way more than I've seen that common version. I'm not even familiar with the common, like, at all. So it's going to be interesting how other people perceive this drop as well. You know, I don't want to say my case and my experiences is everyone else's at all, but just from what the market is showing me, and again, we're gonna hop on over to eBay in a minute and check this out, but from what I see, it, at minimum, whether that common cover exists or not, I'm sure it does, but these two right here seem to be the more sought after as far as trade volume in the aftermarket. So these I'm gonna follow suit and collect on the app as well, because I'm more familiar with these. I have both of these in my stash. So yeah, the Humberto Ramos variant is a banger. Obviously, why it's highly sought after. I mean, it just embodies the whole vibe of Spider-Boy right here, man. The kicks, graffiti. So yeah, let's check out our coveted secret rare. And once again, this right here is another Vecchio variant. I have also seen this one on the market. I don't know, I haven't seen too many of them, so I'm wondering if it's really scarce, like the scarcest of all the variants in real life, and that's why they chose this as the secret rare. So very interesting. This is a very attractive drop in my opinion. You know, it's pretty much been one of the most sought after books. Recently it's been hot for the last year. Definitely a good quality drop. I could definitely say I will be going for it, but I ain't sure. I don't know if I'm stacking or slacking on Spider-Man number 7 though. So we'll do a little bit of further research, hop on over to Key Collector and then eBay, figure it out, man. Okay guys, so we're here on Key Collector Comics, checking out Spider-Man number 7. It says this dropped May 2023. Right now they're showing me the second print information. So the first print, obviously, the price values might be a little different, but it's showing a low of $3, a mid of $10, and a high of $35. Which is pretty damn good for a raw modern comic, you know what I mean? Yeah, key facts is the second printing. Okay, here's one of our variants right here, right? And it says it had a low of 3, a mid of 9, and a high of 30, which is interesting. All right. Looks like another variant. This is by Carlos Gomez featuring Supata Man, and I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know, this doesn't feel like our Spider-Boy joint right here, but I guess it's connected with it. Didn't really do that great. Low of 1, mid of 5, and a high of 15. So for whatever reason, Key Collector isn't showing me those other variants that we got, and it's all good. We're gonna head on over to eBay and see what people are looking for right now for Spider-Man number 7 FA Spider-Boy. Let's get it. Okay guys, we're here on eBay checking out Spider-Man number 7. We can see our Ramos variant right here on the top going for $115. We got a variant right here by Mike McCone that I don't think we got on our app. And this is what I was saying before, is there are other variants with this book. This is fire, man. Let me know down below what you guys think on this one. I mean, and going back to our drop, right, we're getting these two, 1, 2, right, and then these are the variants that are real life. Boom, you could have slid in this joint right here instead of giving us that uncommon, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the little things that make me say, okay, if they didn't do that on purpose, like, and they're aware and now they're going in a different direction with really trying to give us variants on the modern books, and they still chose to jam in a black and white uncommon, knowing they've heard our sentiment regarding that, and they still gave it to us, there's a reason for that. So based on that and what I've heard about the VeVeverse and stuff, and you know, at least giving us something to do with comics in our showrooms or whatever you want to call the VeVeverse, then I could see why a highly coveted, highly traded book like this, they wanted to, you know, give a little bit of customization ability, at least to that common. So I get it, you know. But if that's not the case, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, because, you know, I personally would have preferred to have this cover over a black and white of the original. And like I was saying before, I'm just lightly skimming through, you know, and here is our common cover right here in the 9.8. It's fire. And they're looking for $129 plus shipping. Let me hit the sort button. Sort by highest price plus shipping. Okay, so yeah, here's one of our 9.8 sketched and signed by Ramos for $5.99. One here signed by Dan Slott, Mark Bagley, and Ramos, $5.99. So yeah, you got two right here signed by Ramos for $600. So, you know, definitely not breaking the bank or anything crazy, but some nice healthy price values on this. You know, I'm sure in real life this thing got printed out nicely. I can't really speak on the variants, but I know this got up to like 3 different print runs. So that's why there's so many out there, which is cool, you know. But as for us, we only got 6,000 total on the app, man. Put that in perspective. So question is, am I stacking or slacking on Spider-Man number 7? Well, the first question is, am I going for the drop? Now, I guess that's not really a question, man. You guys know I'm going for the drop, right? So the question is, am I stacking number 7? I think that this is a book I'm going to be stacking on. This is going to be one. This is going to be one, man, because it has a decent amount of upside in regard to the future, to where even if this one gets sold in the aftermarket for cheap, when I keep in mind it's 6,000 total editions, I'm trying to grab up as many as I can, even if it's over the course of the next couple weeks if the prices are low enough. So yeah, this is one I'm stacking on because, you know, I could see Miles Morales getting burned as far as in the movies for the next couple of years, even 5 to 10. But I think that if they do the right thing with this character and develop it right, you know, he could have just as much potential. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know though, it depends on what they do. So I'm gonna cautiously be, you know, accumulating this book. Definitely be stacking on. Let me see which ones I really like, man. I think I'm gonna follow suit, like I said, and just stack on the main ones that people are seeing in real life. So you got two Vecchio variants and a Ramos variant, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'll be looking for. I'm gonna just skim through some more here and see if, you know, our variant pops up here. Okay, we got one there, and here's our other one right here. And, you know, as far as in real life price values, you can see they're relatively around the same amount. So that's dope, man. And this one here, the Mike McCone, I wish we got that. But again, for all we know, VeVe could be doing something like, you know, when they burn comics and then, you know, your incentive to burn is to get a rare cover. They could be excluding that cover just for that. They can make it to where it's burn whatever's needed, and then you get the Mike McCone variant. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard to say what they're doing and why. All I'm saying is I'm just collecting what I like, bro. That's all I can tell you. And I like this comic a lot. So this is one I'm going to be collecting, stacking, and hodling for a minute, man. I have no problem with that. So let me know down below what you're going to do. But for now, your man Dr. Strange, All Things Strange, is out.